In 1994, Jim Carrey did the impossible. He released 3 number-1 hits in a single year, reinvented the face of comedy,
Excuse me. Could you tell me how to get to the medical school?
and became the first actor in history to command a $20 million paycheck. He was the king of Hollywood, a human cartoon with a smile that could light up a stadium. But if you ask Jim Carrey today about that man, he'd tell you that Jim Carrey never existed.
But I don't think of that as me anymore.
You don't? Not at all?
Not really, no. I used to be a guy who was experiencing the world, and now I feel like the world and the universe experience.
He'd tell you that the man you loved was just a character, a mask worn by a ghost. This is the story of how a boy who used humor to survive poverty became a man who had everything, only to realize that everything was a lie. This is the tragedy of being Jim Carrey. To understand the tragedy, we have to go back to the van. Before the private jets, the Carrey family lived in a yellow Volkswagen camper. Jim wasn't born funny. He was forged in the fire of desperation. He spent his nights practicing faces in a mirror, not for fame, but to make his sick mother laugh. Humor wasn't a choice. It was a survival mechanism. When he finally broke into Hollywood, he brought that desperation with him. He was a force of nature, a man who would literally throw his body against walls for a laugh. But when you build a career on being on all the time, what happens when the cameras stop? Jim Carrey once spent his life trying to be someone. Now he spends his life trying to be no one. He is the man who won the game of life and then decided to stop playing. Is it a tragedy? To the Hollywood executives who want their cash cow back? Yes. To the fans who want the funny man to keep dancing? Yes. But perhaps, for the man himself, the tragedy was ever having to be Jim Carrey in the first place.